Happy Friday, everyone! The last Friday of Preppy K. Woo! Now, every Friday I tell you guys to try and wear your school spirit shirt, and today I'm wearing a shirt you haven't seen before. I'm wearing the Linda Vista shirt, and that's because next year there's going to be a Preppy K classroom at Linda Vista Elementary. So to Mrs. Harker, welcome to the Super Preppy Club, and I hope to see some of you guys next year when you're in kindergarten at either Linda Vista or Glen Knoll or Glenview or Maple Payne or Woodsboro, wherever you end up for kindergarten. Say hi to Miss Mary if you see her. Now, today is Friday, June 5th. It's our 54th day of distance learning and the very end of our 11th week of school at home. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you guys. And I want to say in our backwards alphabet, today is E for exercise. So get ready for some exercise. But first, let's get some learning done. Here's the letter E, and we actually already did the letter E when I was first starting this program 11 weeks ago. It was our first letter. So let's review. Straight down, lift your marker. Across, across, across. Straight down, lift your marker, across, across, across. Try to make them all about the same distance from your line. Try also to make sure that your next E has some space between it and the one you just did. Try to make sure that you go back every time to the line. I didn't do it here. Go back every time to the line. Try not to make your E too big or too fat or too skinny. Here's a very skinny one. Here's a very fat one. Try to get your E's at about the same size each time. That one can be a little smaller. Straight down, across, across, across. Straight down, across, across, across. Do you think I've made 10 yet? I'm not counting these because I didn't like how skinny and how fat they were. Oh, wait, I can go back and fill those in. That's better. Yeah, I like that. Do you think I have 10? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know what it is about Miss Mary lately. I am stuck on the number 9. I keep making 9 of each letter. Well, that's number 10. We've done our 10 capital E's. Remember, our lowercase e's start halfway between the dotted line at the bottom. All right? So we're going to go out and then around all the way. Although we don't touch back here again. Around and we stop like that. Out, around, and we stop just below where we started. Out and around, out and around. I could probably fit one in here, but you know what I say. We have plenty of room. Don't squeeze it in. Out and around, out and around, out and around. I got a good flow going here. All right. Let's see if I have 10 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did it. I got 10 all together. All right. All right. Now, we have also been working on our letters. Remember, every Friday we take out an index card and we've been writing our very best letter on the index card. And we've also been writing memories, things that have happened while we've been out. Oh, I wrote a lot that day, or that week. I wrote a lot that week. I wrote a lot that week. All right, so we've been writing down memories. I'm going to put these back in order of the weeks that we did them. Oh, and remember, last week on Friday, I said you guys should be practicing your phone number and your address. Preppies, you should be able to go into kindergarten knowing your mommy or daddy's phone number and knowing what street you live on and what the number of your house is. It's really important. And it's also really important that you only share that with people that you absolutely can trust. People that can help you if you get separated from your parents for any reason. But still, good information to have. So those were the last 2 pages of my book. Today, I'm going to make the front and the back cover of my little book. So I have an index card and I wrote Distance Learning Memories, because this was all the stuff that we did while we were distance learning. And on my last page, I wrote, I am ready for kindergarten. I'm thinking you guys could probably write that whole sentence. I know it will take a little practice, but I believe in you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hole puncher, and if you don't have a hole puncher, I want to borrow one because this really does require a hole puncher. And I'm going to put the one I already cut on top because I want to match my holes. And I'm going to cut the holes. Oh, you guys will like this, super preppies. When you do this, especially with my hole puncher, the holes go everywhere. I'm going to be picking those up for days. Alrighty-o, let me take this one and put my holes in it. Okay, so I've got all my holes and I'm going to line up my book, and you'll see that it didn't work out perfectly, but as long as you can see through, you're good. Now, you can use string. I'm going to use pipe cleaners because I think they're a little more sturdy. So I want 3 of them because I made 3 holes. And I'm going to stick these in my distance learning book and just tie it at the top, twist it at the top. Parents, this might be something you have to do. Older brothers and sisters, you might have to help out with that. And I'm going to do it for each hole. String is really good. The thicker the string, the better. And then if you're going to use these pipe cleaners, just make sure that somehow you secure the ends so that the spiky ends don't stab the kids. Okay, so I have my distance learning memories, and each time I turn the page, I'll be able to see. I didn't put memories in the first couple weeks, but each time I turn the page, I'll be able to see what I did that week. And guys, I think this is true for all of you. I am ready for kindergarten. What a good memory. What a good thing to keep, because this is truly a unique time. And being preschoolers, it's doubtful you're going to remember this in 10 or 15 years in great detail. So having this little book will be something you can thumb through and realize, wow, I really did a lot when I was home. All right, guys, time for calendar. All right, here we are at calendar, and you know what month we're in. Do you remember? That's right, we're in the month of June. Are we going to do our song? All right, let's go. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Then you turn around. Good job, guys. I'm so glad I finally got that. How about days of the week? Days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Snap, snap. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Snap, snap. All right, I was so excited yesterday because I think we found the pattern, but I wanted to make sure today. So what do you think goes here? We have wave, wave, bucket, wave. You think it's wave? All right, well, let's see. If you thought it was wave, you're right. Yes. Now, since we also have the weekend coming up, I figured we could do the pattern for the weekend too. So if you think the pattern is wave, wave, bucket, then what do you think it's going to be on Saturday? Wave, wave. You think bucket? Ooh, I hope it's bucket. Are you ready? It's bucket! Yes, we found the pattern after the first week. It's wave, wave, bucket, or AAB. Remember, we call the first item in the pattern A, and since there's 2 of them, it would be AA, and the second item in the pattern would be B. Well, guys, we have to do Sunday too, since we're doing this. Wave, wave, bucket, wave, wave, bucket. What do you think Sunday's going to be? You guys got this. Patterns are so super easy for you super preppies. You said wave. I know you did. So we now have our pattern, and we'll have to see Monday what Monday's going to be. Do you guys already know? I bet you do. Now, since I put up the weekend, I'm going to make you count all the way to Sunday. Oh, come on, it's not that hard. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, totally easy for preppies. Well, let's figure out what today is. I'm going to put my card on today and go straight up. The only day with the Friday. Today is Friday. Remember, yesterday is the day we already had. So I'm going to go to that and go up. It's one of the T days, but it's T and H. Remember, that's why you have to stick your tongue out. Thursday. So yesterday was Thursday. And tomorrow will be, well, I actually have tomorrow up already. Tomorrow will be, it's one of the 2 days with the S. But remember, this is S-A-T, at Saturday. So let's look at this again. Today is Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. And tomorrow will be Saturday. Well, I guess that means it's time for weather check. Look at my driveway. Look at the sky. You can see earlier it was actually raining. And the sky is definitely telling us something. Let's come on inside and take a look. We have sunny, snowy, partly cloudy, rainy, cloudy, and windy. Well, I'm going to go for 2 today because I did actually see rain earlier, and I think it's supposed to rain again a little later. But what else would you choose beyond rainy? That's right, cloudy. We're going to put rainy and cloudy in there today. So our weather is rainy and cloudy. Guys, I knew rain was coming, but I wasn't hoping it came today. But I think we can still work around it. All right, it's time for a story. Today's book is called What Pet Should I Get? And it's written and illustrated by Dr. Seuss. We want a pet. We want a pet. What kind of pet should we get? Dad said we could have 1. Dad said he would pay. I went to the pet shop. I went there with Kay. And so we went in, and I took one fast look. I saw a fine dog who shook hands. So we shook. So I said, I want him. But then Kay saw a cat that she gave it a pat. And then she said, I want that. Then Kay said, now what do you think we should do? Dad said to pick 1. We cannot take home 2. Then what do you know? We saw 2 other kinds. Now how could Kay and I make up our minds? A pup and a kitten? They looked like good fun. Now which would we pick? We could only pick 1. The cat or the dog, the kitten, the pup, oh boy. It is something to make a mind up. And the animals are holding signs that say, make up your mind. Then I looked all around. I saw something with wings. I said, look at him. We can pick one that sings. But then, look over there, said my sister Kay. We can go home with a rabbit today. Oh my. Then I looked at Kay. I said, what will we do? I like all the pets that I see. And so do you. We have to pick 1 pet and pick it out soon. You know, Mother told us to be back by noon. And I could have done it. I could have, I bet. I could have said, what pet should we get? But, you know what Kay did? Do you know what she did? She said, fish, 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 fish. It may be a fish is the pet that we wish. And then I saw a new kind, and they were good too. How could I pick 1? Now what should we do? we could only pick one. That was what my dad said. But how could I make up that mind in my head? Oh, I see monkeys. Do you guys see monkeys? Make up your mind. Pick a pet fast, pick one out soon. Mother and Dad said to be home by noon. The time may be now to make up my mind, but who knows what other good pets I may find. I might find a new one, a fast kind of thing, who would fly around my head in a ring on a string. Yes, that would be fun, but our house is so small. This thing on a string would bump into the wall. My mother, I know, would not like that at all. So maybe some other kind of pet, another kind maybe, is what we should get. We might find a new kind, a pet who is tall, a tall pet who fits in a space that is small. Oh my goodness. My mother might like this pet best of them all. Look how tall that pet is, and then it fits underneath the desk because it can wiggle its legs down. If we had a big tent, then we would be able to take home a yent. Dad would like us to have a good yent, but how do I know he would pay for a tent? So you see how it is when you pick out a pet. How can you make up your mind what to get? But what if we took one of each kind of pet? Then our house would be full of the pets we would get. No, Dad would be mad. We can only have one. If we do not choose, we will end up with none. I will do it right now. I will do it, I said. I will make up the mind that is in my head. The dog or the rabbit, the fish or the cat. I picked out one fast. And then that was that. Oh my goodness, guys, look. It's in the basket and I don't know what he got. Should I turn the page? Oh yeah, I should turn the page. Oh, I think I turned it too far. What? That was the last page. This is a note. This is not part of the story. This tells you who Dr. Seuss was. And look, this is a really cool picture of him when he was a kid. But I don't believe it. This is more information about Dr. Seuss. I'm turning the pages because I want to see what pet he got. Oh my goodness, you guys. It says right here at the last of this letter. So what do you think? What kind of pet did the kids get? He doesn't tell us. This was the last page of the story. Oh my goodness, what pet do you think he got? Was it the rabbit, the monkey, the fish, the cat, the kitten, the dog, the puppy, the yent? What did he get? I don't know. Oh, this is not my favorite story because it's leaving me guessing. Okay, guys, so now we have to write our number 10. 10 times. You know it's a super easy number to write. It's the number 1 and the number 0. And you know that I'd like you to practice putting the 1 and the 0 close enough together so that they look like they belong together and far enough away from the next number that you don't think it's a super large number. So spread your 1 away from the last 0 and put the 0 close to the 1. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is about all I can fit on this paper. If I'm going to make them neat and easy to be seen, I can only fit about 5 on each line. So I'm going to have 5 on this line and 5 on this line. And let's see, do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yep. So let's keep counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got my 10 tens. I had a group of 5 here and a group of 5 here, and it gave me 10 tens, even though that's number 11. So today in our daily happenings, Miss Doe wants us to come up with our own word problem. Remember, every Friday, our Preppy K teachers have been giving us word problems. Well, today, they think you guys are so sharp that you can come up with your own story. So they wanted us to use 5 somethings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 somethings and turn it into a word problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how are we going to do this? I'm going to pretend that these Q-tips are something else, something fun for my story. Let's see. Oh, I got it. I'm going to pretend that they are raindrops falling from the sky. So I'm going to say 5 raindrops fell from the sky and formed a puddle. 5 more raindrops joined them in the puddle. How many raindrops were in the puddle altogether? So let me do some writing here. 5 raindrops fell from the sky. Five more raindrops joined them, making a puddle. How many raindrops were in the puddle? Okay, so I did all my writing. 5 raindrops fell from the sky. 5 more raindrops joined them, making a puddle. How many raindrops were in the puddle? Well, if these guys all fell into a puddle, and then these guys all joined them into a puddle, how many raindrops did we have? Well, we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. But remember, with word problems, we have to say what we're counting. 10 what? 10 pieces of pizza? 10 aliens? Or 10 raindrops? 10 raindrops. Okay. But we don't have to stick with that word problem. We can probably make one more. So let me erase this and we'll come up with a new one. Although I really like that one because it was raining earlier today. Let's see. How about my book? I saw 5 puppies at the pet store. I also saw 5 kittens at the pet store. How many animals did I see? Okay, so here's my 5 puppies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's my 5 kittens. And I'm going to have some fun with this. I'm going to try and make these look like puppies. Actually, I'm making them look more like kittens. Well, I'll give them long tails. Whoops, that puppy just grew. Okay, there's my puppies. And for the kitties, I know, I'll give them whiskers. Yeah, now they kind of look like cats, sort of. I just turned a Q-tip into a puppy and a kitten. So how many animals did I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I saw 10 what? You could say puppies and kitties, I suppose, but the question usually has the label in it. And the question says, how many animals did I see? Well, I'm going to put I saw 10 animals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we came up with 2 problems. I hope you come up with some good problems too. That's all for math. Okay, everyone, today is E for exercise day. So, since it has temporarily stopped raining, I have an outdoor course that is so fun for you guys. Parents, this took me, I'm not kidding, 10 minutes to set up. All I needed was my driveway, my neighbor's driveway, and the sidewalk between the houses. You can tailor yours for as long of a sidewalk as you have. So, here's what I did. We started off with a start line and something familiar, a hopscotch. The kids are going to go through the hopscotch, and you may have to go over this with the kids before they begin because a lot of the directions are written, so just go over it with them, but the pictures sometimes help. In this next section, they're going to tiptoe, so that would be they have to put just their toes in the circle, like that. And then it says walk the alphabet. Well, they have to put their feet in the circles of the alphabet, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. It's gonna take practice. This may slow them down, but it's fun. On this one, it says follow the line, and you do exactly that. If you have to make twists, then you have to make twists. And you do that all the way to the end of the line. I'm just showing you now. So in this section, it says skip. And to show the kids how to skip, I put 2 feet next to each other. So it's gonna go like this. So they're going to skip, and you may want to show them that the 2 feet means that that's when they skip. This one says race to the driveway, and you'll see purple arrows all the way to my neighbor's driveway, and there's little signs of encouragement as they come along. So here it says run, and it says keep going, then it says almost there, then it says yay when they finish. This next one is called follow the shapes. They have to pick a shape and step only on that shape. So if they're going to do rectangles, they'd walk like this to the end. Or they can choose squares, stars, triangles. Choose whatever they like, hearts. This one says take giant steps. Now they have to put their feet in the step. Depending on how little they are is how much space you want to put between them. This one's going to require some explanation, Super Preppies. This one is the triple jump. And on this one, you plant your feet 3 times. Watch. 1, 2, 3. And then when you get here, you put both feet down and you jump. Triple jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. Now this next section is hop. And we're just going to hop from line to line. Hop, 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 hop. And when you get to the star, it says, dance, you did it. That's our finish line, so you can get some dancing done. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go back to the beginning and race my race. The first obstacle course that I made like this with my neighbor literally went through 8 houses of sidewalks. We did it for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours one weekend. So where did we get our ideas? We tried to spread it out, the really close things like walk the alphabet and hopscotch, with the really stretched out things like follow the line and race. We didn't want too many in a row, so close together, long, close together, long. And really we just Googled sidewalk chalk hopscotch courses. And they have gorilla walks, crab walks. We added in things like count the numbers. They had to do the same thing with the alphabet, only with numbers 1 through 10 or 1 through 20. You could really keep this going. We even had one jump in the puddles, where we made each little thing that they had to jump into like puddles. Swim, where we just drew waves in a long line and the kids had to swim. The possibilities are endless. Really have fun with this. Sorry it's cloudy and might rain it away, but even for one day it's still fun. All right, now Super Preppies, I'm at my starting line. On your mark, get set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Walk the alphabet. Oh, I get to go the other way. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, sideways. Skip. Race. Follow the shape. I'll do squares. Okay, take giant steps. Got those. Triple jump. 1, 2, 3. Jump. Woo. Hop. And dance because I'm all done. I finished my hopscotch obstacle course. And man, oh man, is this a good end to exercise. E is for exercise. Now we'll go inside and do our website. Okay, I wanted to do a couple indoor games before we do the website, just in case it's raining when this gets posted. So all I needed were a couple of buckets and some balloons. If you don't have balloons, Walmart, Target should have them, maybe a neighbor. But really, let's just do some easy ones. There's the easiest one where you pick up a balloon and you race with it as fast as you can down to the other bucket, and the balloon must make it in the bucket. Then you can go back and forth and back and forth. And that's just a simple relay race. Guaranteed to get some energy out. There's my personal favorite game, which is where you take the balloon, you put it firmly between your knees, and instead of running down to the other bucket, you have to walk without dropping the balloon or stepping on dogs in my case, and then putting it in the bucket. There's one more. And this definitely requires a partner. I think this game personally can be played all day long. Just stay there. Just stay there. And that is, of course, keep the balloon in the air game, where you and your partner just have to keep the balloon off of the floor. Definitely can be played all day long. So those are 3 really quick games with balloons. If you have older kids, there's one more game you can play. You put a string across the room. You know, I'll show you. Come over here to the hallway, because I have one set up. You just stand right there. Now, the way this game is played is very similar to the last game we played, in that the ball cannot touch the ground. But it's sort of, I call it indoor volleyball because rules apply like they do in volleyball. You have to go over the net, not under the net. Kids lose a point if they get off of their behind. So they have to be sitting on their bottoms. If they go like this, the point goes to the other team. And usually if you just have a couple kids at home, you can do it in the hallway like this, where you just have to serve over, and the person has to get it back over. You can make it, when they get really good at it, like this, you can tell them that they have to touch it 3 times before it goes over. Not 4, not 5, exactly 3 times. So that one went under the net, so I would get the point. This is a really good sit-still game. If you do it in the hallway, you're limiting how far the balloon can travel. So you don't have kids having to lean way over to get it. And really, this game can be played for points for a long time. You can play off of the walls. Like I can play off of my head even there. And you can keep this going. Now I'm going to say it must touch twice before it goes over. Not once, not 3 times, but twice. And my son just lost there, but we'll keep playing. And if they get really good at twice, then you can put the rule that it must touch 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they have to practice counting, and this gets really competitive. Remember, they cannot rise off their bottoms. If they do, then the point goes to the other team. So indoor volleyball is great for the older kids as well as the preppy Ks. All kinds of fun you can have with a balloon. Let your imagination run wild. And now it is time for the website. Whew, have you worked up a sweat yet? I know I have. Today, even though it's raining, it's really sticky, muggy out. So I'm definitely getting some E's for exercise day. Anyway, my last website is one I use a lot. It is YouTube, and it's actually even one I've recommended before when we did our Y week. We did yoga, or when we did backwards alphabet, Y is for yoga. I recommended YouTube Cosmic Kids Yoga. It's going to seem really sappy silly, but I'm telling you, every time I've seen it in a classroom environment, the kids love it. So after you've been physically exercising and going all day, this is also a really good way to settle down, to refocus on a more calm body and calm mind. Cosmic Kids Yoga, I really recommend it. Well guys, I want you to have a happy weekend. We're going to be heading into our 12th week of school next week and our last week of school next week. Miss Mary is very sad about that. I also want you to notice that today Miss Doe sent out an email saying that she was going to be working on summer plans, not structured plans, but ideas for you guys if you wanted to continue learning during the summer. I'm going to recommend you watch these videos again, and I'm going to recommend that you check out all of these awesome websites again, as well as I recommend you get a library card. Super Preppies, if you don't already have one, you're old enough to get one now. Moms, dads, it'd be a really good idea for them to get a library card. Right now, this is really cool. The Yorba Linda Library is doing curbside pickup. You literally order online the books you want. And if you don't know what books you want, you can actually call the children's desk at the Yorba Linda Library and say, I have a 5-year-old, I have a 12-year-old. What's a good read for them? And they'll suggest some titles for you. Anyway, once you have your list of books you want to check out, this is the coolest thing. You go to the parking lot of the library, you park your car, and you send them a text. Here's my name, I'm here for my pickup. And the librarian will hand deliver books to a little table next to your car. Once the librarian leaves, you're free to get out of the car, grab your books, and go home and read. How cool is that? Pick up library books, and then you return them in the bins like you normally do. I've already done it once, and I can't wait to do it again. In fact, moms, I'm going to suggest this. I was checking out 4 children's books, our author for this month, Mark Pfister, and you're allowed to check out 5 books. So I literally told the children's librarian, go pick me out a book in the adult section. She said, what genre do you like? I said, I don't care. Pick me out a book. One of the best books I've ever read. She just went to the shelf, picked a book, put it in my stack, and I loved it. Try it out. Well, guys, that's it for me. You have a good weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. Bye.